Taurus, welcome to your general tarot reading for March. This reading is for those with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Messages are general and come through for those who need to hear them. So if this doesn't resonate, feel free to check out your other placements. Before we get into it, I just want to note that energy is fluid and doesn't always come out super clear cut. You may resonate with only one part, different parts, or the whole reading that comes out today. Just trust what feels right for you. You know your situation best. Now, with that said, let's get into your reading. What can Taurus expect in March? Oh. What can Taurus expect in March? And one more. What can Taurus expect in March? Okay. What can Taurus expect in March? A lot of cards wanted to come out. What can Taurus expect in March? Oh, we've got some. Okay, so we've got the 5, 6, 7 of cups. You've got the 5 of cups and the Emperor. Okay. What else can Taurus expect in March? That's too many. What else can Taurus expect in March? Only a few cards, please. What can Taurus expect in March? What can Taurus expect in March? Justice in reverse. And I might get one more card. There we go. Okay. Alright, just want to clarify quickly. Just want to clarify why the 7 of Cups is out. Why is the 7 of Cups out? Why is the 7 of Cups out? Communication. About work. Okay. Why is the 7 of Cups out? I'll actually clarify all these cards and then we'll jump into it. Why is the 7 of Cups out? Is there anything else I need to know? Alright, one more try. Oh, okay, there we go. Failure. Okay. Alright. Now. Okay, so basically, why is the 5 of Cups and Emperor out? Okay, indecision, communication. Why is Justice and Death out? Why else is Justice and Death out? So I just really want to get a good understanding of what's going on before I jump into it. Why else is Death and Justice here? Page of Pentacles, Okay. Okay. So we'll clarify more if I need to. All right. So overall energy that you got was the Seven of Cups. Now, what this is saying is, to me, it's saying that you have a lot of options available to you right now. You definitely have a lot of options available, a lot of choices that you could potentially be making about something that is going to be emotionally fulfilling to you. So you have all these options. You know, it could be a relationship, it could be career, something that's just gonna impact your emotions. You have a lot of options here, but one of them may be, it might seem a little bit too good to be true. So just be really careful when making choices. Make sure you kind of look out for the red flags is what I like to say. Just look out for any red flags that might, you know, you might think that you can kind of overlook them, but they're actually going to be really important in the future for whatever choice you do make. You don't want to make one that's going to be harmful to you in any way. So, you know, you really like weigh up the pros and cons and listen to your intuition and what your gut is telling you. And if something does seem a little bit shady, it probably is a little bit shady. So stay away from that. Stick with the better options for you. Now, it is saying that. So you got the seven of Pentacles. So it's almost like you have been putting in a lot of effort into something. And you've been putting in a lot of effort into, I do feel like this is quite, it could be very career oriented just because we've got work coming out. Yeah, and it's about communication of some sort, or maybe, okay. Well, you've got the Princess of Swords. So these are your clarifying cards for, you've got the Three of Pentacles, you've got the Page of Swords or Princess of Swords, and then you've got the Seven of Pentacles. So now what this is saying, it's like you're not necessarily in balance at the moment. Okay? I don't know, Three of Pentacles. So it's, okay, so this is about working together with other people. Sorry, I like keep getting a little bit off track. Yeah, so this is about working together with other people, and I really feel that there is an apology that kind of needs to happen here. I do really feel there's an apology. Because people were trying to work together. They were trying to work together and be a team, but it's almost like there was failure. So you got literally like people were working so hard together. They were trying to make everything work out, but someone or multiple people just wasn't working with the team. They were kind of looking out for themselves. And so I kind of see you looking for ways to like find a new partnership or find ways to mend this old partnership that was broken. I see you trying to do that. But to me, it's somebody really needs to come forward and apologize for how they handled a situation. Because it basically you were putting heaps of hard work. Like the team was putting in heaps of hard work into something. They were putting a lot of hard work in. But it's almost like all that hard work went to nothing because people weren't working together. Okay, that's why the failure card is out here. People, yeah, like someone was trying really hard to work together, but there was just someone else who was in the team that was just not coming together. They wanted things to be their way. They didn't want to compromise for anyone. And so now there is an apology and there is communication that needs to be had about this. I don't think anyone's taken this communication yet. Maybe you know, you're also looking for ways to make this communication and to actually like come forward about it. And yeah, somebody definitely needs to come forward and communicate because somebody didn't really care about the red flags. They just messed it up anyway. And which sabotaged things for everyone else. It really did. Yes, that's interesting energy. And I do see a lot of, like, this whole reading is pretty much about the injustice that happened because of this. You know, there was this team setting, this team situation. Everything was going well. Everyone was looking out for their cup. But then someone made a risky decision and they took the red flags cup. You know, or someone didn't look out for the red flags in the choice that they made. They thought it was too good to be true almost. They looked at the team and they were like, oh yeah, this is gonna work out, but it didn't end up working out. And now people feel like their efforts have been wasted, and there is communication and an apology that needs to happen. And look, you know, we've got here, I know these cards came out later, but we've got the Justice and we've got Death in reverse, clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Princess of Discs. No, sorry, the Princess of Pentacles. Or the Page of Pentacles. But yeah. So what this is saying to me is that there was an injustice here. Someone has been wronged, and we can see this because of the feeling of failure that's coming out. Not only that, but there's the Five of Cups that is also out as well. But yeah, so there's definitely been an injustice here that needs to happen. But it's almost saying that change really needed to happen. Change really needed to happen, and someone was resisting change. Somebody didn't want to make a change to get justice. Somebody was resisting changing how they act because maybe someone was like too scared to get justice. And a lot of juggling was going on as well. A lot of juggling of this situation. Maybe someone was juggling like multiple people, multiple jobs or something like that. Or multiple priorities. But yeah, this is just saying like I think for justice to actually come, someone needs to make a change in their perspective, in how they're seeing things. They need to make a change, and they need to communicate, definitely. I think someone here doesn't want to communicate, and they really need to be communicating. Let's go over to these other cards. So we've got the Five of Cups and the Emperor here. Now, this is like, you know, this is a card of, even upright, it's about like depression, grief, kind of looking, it's basically about someone lost a lot of things here. Someone did lose a lot, but it's important to know that they still have these two cups available to them. They still have some stuff, okay? They've lost a lot, but there's still something for them to kind of cling on to and be like, oh, that's what I want. And but someone's trying to stay very in control of this situation. So like, okay, yeah, so it's almost like someone doesn't want to be sad about this. They're really trying to keep that to themselves and hold on to it, and they're trying to not let anyone show what's happening. And it's really funny that they're clinging onto their emotions because I think they don't want people to know how actually really hurt they are at this time. Because they are quite hurt, and they have to make a decision about another person. Okay, so they're kind of like so what this is saying is that someone here is really, really upset about the whole situation, but they are really just trying to come off as the Emperor. They're trying to come off as like they don't really care, it's not really bothering them that much. With the Two of Swords here as well as clarification, to me this is talking about blocking people from seeing your true emotions, blocking people from seeing your true feelings. Because there are a lot of feelings there. There are a lot of passionate feelings about whatever this is, about however someone was wrong. There are a lot of passionate feelings there, but and maybe like anger and things like that about being wronged, but it's like this person's holding them in. They have to keep being this stoic figure who acts like nothing's wrong. And it's really unfortunate because this person who's holding in everything, they really want to communicate, but it's like, they don't feel like they can communicate in this situation because of the lack of teamwork. Maybe they feel like nothing else can really be said. Excuse me, but yeah, it's just like this person really needs to communicate. They really need to make a decision about how they're going to kind of deal with all of this fallout of everything that's happening. They need to get their justice back, and by getting their justice back, they do really need to communicate to get this justice back. Because I think this person has a history of something bad will happen and they'll just hold on to it. They won't actually communicate how they're really feeling. And then they'll get to this point where they're feeling so much and they just have to keep it all into themselves. Which is really sad. Like that shouldn't be happening. You should be talking openly about how we're feeling, even if it's uncomfortable, because that's how you're going to get it out of your system. You're not going to be stuck anymore. Like, you're not going to be stuck waiting and like looking at everything you lost and not being able to see what you have. And I think it's going to get to a point where there's like just a lot of resentment there, and you might not know what to do with it at that point. There's just going to be so much there, which is why you just have to communicate, or someone else has to communicate. Because someone did ruin this for other people. Someone wasn't working together with the team. Someone was like, they had their own motives, they were looking out for themselves, and that is what caused the downfall of this whole situation. Okay, I am going to pull some advice for this situation. Let's see what comes out. Just take these away. I'm going to be using the Energy Oracle cards. This is an interesting reading, hey. Shuffle these quickly. Alright, let's get into your advice. And I'm just going to read from the book. These cards are a little bit hard to shuffle, so bear with me. Okay. What advice do you have for Taurus? What advice do you have for Taurus on this situation? Blossoming abundance. Okay. Now one more. What advice do you have for Taurus on this situation? So we've got great cards. Give me one sec. Okay. 3. Okay, so you got Blossoming Abundance. Beautiful card to get. Increasing wealth and value. This card shows a beautiful golden garden in the springtime with coins and new flowers blossoming all around. They hang like fruit on the tree above. Upright, this card signals a new increase in wealth, possibly in a dramatic and unexpected way. Be aware that you sow the seeds of your own wealth and prosperity, much like a gardener works the ground and begins to see blooming results take hold. This card uprights that the universe is blessing you and helping the fruits of your labor to blossom. So smell the flowers and tend to the new growth. Be grateful and enjoy. Okay, so beautiful. So there is new abundance that's coming your way. It's, this isn't going to be an injustice for much longer, is what this is kind of saying to me. You will get your justice and you will get what you deserve in a good way. Now, we've got the garden and the gate, but it's reversed. So what this is saying, if this card is reversed, it indicates the happy choice to open the door to a more spiritual pursuit. Interesting. Okay. You may have been obsessed with worldly issues before, but your readiness to go deeper is now here. Many people believe that they cannot live in a material world, make lots of money, and engage in spiritual priorities at the same time. But you now realize that this isn't true. In fact, you can bring this wonderful spiritual focus to any endeavor. And when you do, you'll find that beyond your garden, the universe is willing to fill your life with beauty and joy. Expect the unexpected, for joyous synchronicity abounds. Beautiful. Awesome. You're getting such a great reading after that now. I'm really happy. But we do have the sun in reverse. So this is talking more about you at this point, and the other two cards were kind of about what's to come. Okay, so a creative project may be blocked at this time, or you could be feeling your own creativity being stifled in some way. These challenges could be imposed from outer sources, or they could actually be coming from within. Are you standing in your own way, stopping self-expression out of fear or self-doubt? If so, it's time to let go of fear and be willing to take a risk. Self-expression, talk to this person so that you can come together and they can apologize to you for how they've acted. Okay? Okay, so the sun reversed can also indicate a period of time when you find yourself living in the darkness of confusion, lack of direction, or even depression. Reclaim your power and take back emotional control of your life. Stop focusing on the clouds. Like the sun, the light of your soul shines no matter what difficulty or darkness may be clouding the horizon. Your power and light are always present, able to bring healing and renewal through strong self-directed choices in any situation. So let go of the doubt. Let your creativity come forth and know that you deserve to shine. All very true. This is all very true. Well, that is everything for today, Taurus. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and even subscribe. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.